I finished 40 books in 4 months. Here's how I did it. Just a few years ago, I was so swamped with work and I could barely fit in any reading or learning whatsoever. As entrepreneurs, sometimes we have to work 50, 60, 80 hours a week, and who can fit in time to read? My workload has not changed that much in the last few years, but the way that I approach everything has. Upping my productivity overall had a huge benefit. I now have a lot more free time while getting the same amount of work done. There's going to be a lot more tutorials about that specifically. I set a goal of reading 2 books a week, and it felt really good hitting that every time, and a lot of times I went past that, which felt even better.
First, I'll talk about finding the right motivation and books and mindset, and then I'll talk about time management and efficiency and the ways you can consume as many books as possible.
I did a decent amount of research up front to try to get a good library of books that I was excited about, because that's really the big motivating thing. I recommend having fiction books, but also some books relevant to your professional development and personal development. Building up this wide library with a variety of genres and types of books meant that there was a perfect book for the exact mood I was in. I also enjoyed finding some list of books you have to read before you die, or books on business you have to read before you die, because it really made me feel a part of something and fun to have checked off the 10 major ones. It was helpful getting some recommendations or finding online recommendations. When people really paint you a picture of a book, it makes you more excited about it and more likely to stick with it to the very end. When you can connect books to a specific thing in your life, you can have a lot more intense drive. For example, I had a huge pitch to a client, so I found an amazing book on pitching to a client, and I blasted through that and had the book finished by the time I had that presentation and was able to incorporate some things from the book. I also told some people I was working on this, and they can really help keep you accountable and sticking to your goal. When I'm sitting in a plane or trying to go to bed, I find reading significantly faster, but introducing the audiobook option has allowed me to consume 10 times more content. Audiobooks have absolutely been a game changer for me, and now I don't even hesitate to spend the money because the level of convenience it offers is incredible. The library has a whole bunch of incredible audiobooks. I definitely recommend you look into that, and then of course there's services like Audible. I didn't realize how many opportunities there were to listen to audiobooks in tandem with the activities that I was doing. So I built up quite a few books that I could easily consume while I was making dinner, putting away laundry, tidying up, going to the gym, driving your car, doing certain tasks at work like editing photos or doing animations that don't require any words. Certain books are really well suited for doing the 2 of these things in conjunction, and other ones you need to dedicate your entire focus to. I was able to fit a lot more in by tweaking the speed of the audiobooks. Some books are very dense and it gives you a headache to try to go faster than 1 times speed. But there's one book I'd already read and I was able to keep up with it 2 times speed for the reread. On average, I do about 1.5 times speed, so a 10-hour audiobook I could get through in about 7.5 hours. Some books you have to really get into the story, but I found there are some others, especially nonfiction, where you could jump in for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes and keep slowly progressing through it that way.
So to sum up, set a goal, hold yourself accountable, find a variety of books, utilize audiobooks any way you can, and tweak the speed and type of book based on what you're doing.
I really want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe for a lot more content like this. Click the bell so you can be notified when I post a new video.